because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter.
I'm Floyd Mayweather. With all the tools that Terrence Crawford has, I will pick Terrence Crawford to beat a prime Mayweather.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terrence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Max Kellerman reveals why Terrence Crawford facing Floyd Mayweather would be a fight worth seeing. He praises Crawford as the best undisputed fighter of today and acknowledges Floyd's greatness in his prime. According to Kellerman, Mayweather's defensive mastery made him nearly untouchable during his era, while Crawford's skill set makes him dominant now. He believes Crawford has proven himself at the top level and has the tools to challenge even someone of Mayweather's caliber. For Kellerman, the matchup symbolizes the best of two eras, a battle between supreme defense and versatile offense that fans would never forget.
At his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
I don't. Because Terrence Crawford got more to bring. He got more to bring to the table.
He's a great
Floyd
fighter.
Mayweather got the little shoulder roll. I get it. Controls distance. But Terrence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terrence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that. We saw that in the Sam Judah fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Shane did hurt him as well.
Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
Sean Porter reflects on the constant debates surrounding Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, emphasizing that the comparisons often overshadow their individual greatness. According to him, people naturally lean toward Floyd when asked who would win, simply because Mayweather's name is deeply established as an undefeated legend. However, Porter points out that this automatic assumption doesn't give Crawford the credit he deserves. He stresses that Mayweather is the original, the pioneer who set the standard for dominance, and that makes him the OG. Still, he acknowledges Crawford's accomplishments and reminds fans that these two fighters belong to different timelines, each excelling in their own era.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terrence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that fight.
Yes, sir. I
Floyd
love you, Terrence.
always figures it out.
Yeah,
Yes. he's a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ in
But
that
the
shit
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terrence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Anybody else? Yeah.
There's an OG somewhere.
Somebody got to pioneer, right? Yeah, you got to.
There's an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere.
yeah,
And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't out-figure out.
Crawford himself has addressed the never-ending comparisons by making a simple but powerful statement. He admits without hesitation that Floyd Mayweather was the greatest of his era, a fighter who achieved historic dominance and changed the sport. At the same time, Crawford firmly believes that this is his own era, and he is the one setting new standards for greatness today. His view reflects both respect and confidence, highlighting that greatness should not be measured by who beats who in fantasy matchups, but rather by recognizing the top fighter of each generation. This balanced perspective shows why Crawford is respected not just as a boxer, but also as a thinker of the sport.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah. Nah, we ain't going out that much.
Now,
Crawford has made it clear that fighting Floyd Mayweather is not something he is pursuing. While fans may fantasize about such a matchup, Crawford himself dismisses the idea, saying he doesn't want to chase or beat Floyd. Instead, his focus is on finishing his career on his own terms. This stance reflects maturity, as he is not looking to build his legacy by trying to knock down the legend of a retired fighter. Instead, Crawford's mindset is about securing his own place in history and retiring with dignity after achieving what he has set out to do.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was going to retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
Crawford points to Canelo Alvarez's opinion as significant because Canelo has fought both Mayweather and Crawford. When Canelo says Crawford is the better fighter, it holds weight since he has experienced both opponents in the ring. Still, Crawford remains respectful, noting that Mayweather was the best in his own time, and that now it is his turn to be regarded as the greatest of this era. This balance between Canelo's perspective and Crawford's humility shows that while outside opinions matter, the respect between fighters across generations is equally important in measuring greatness.
One where he felt like he was at the best, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, I don't know, I don't go off of that. Floyd is the best fighter, in his era. And I feel like I'm the best fighter in my era.
One thing that I thought was really interesting about the fight, I always love watching you switch stances as effortlessly as you do. You didn't do that a lot in this fight. You didn't have to. Were you expecting not to have to?
No, I felt like I could have, but why do something when something else is working?
Crawford doubles down on his respect for Mayweather by calling him a legend and making it clear that there is no real need for a comparison. He stresses that Mayweather's era has already been sealed in history as a period of dominance, while his own time is about building a different kind of legacy. By refusing to force a direct rivalry, Crawford frames the conversation in a way that honors both men's careers. This approach not only shuts down unnecessary comparisons, but also elevates the sport by celebrating multiple forms of greatness rather than insisting on one definitive answer.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope. Nope.
No friends in this business for you?
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
I beat your ass.
Okay, that's a no. That's a no.
Chris Algieri also weighed in on the debate, pointing out the complexity of comparing Mayweather and Crawford. He explains that discussions about who is the greatest often spiral into endless arguments because there are too many factors involved. Different opponents, different eras, different circumstances. Algieri suggests that rather than trying to crown one as the ultimate best, fans should recognize that both fighters are extraordinary in their own right. His words add perspective, reminding everyone that the obsession with labeling one man as greater often takes away from appreciating the brilliance of both.
And no, the discussion about, because Canelo was asked this question, who's better, Floyd or Crawford, and he immediately went to Crawford. Now, is that recency bias? Is that him protecting his own performance? Is that a veiled shot at Floyd? Probably all of the above. Is it really true? I don't know. And I think Crawford had a great answer. He goes, well, we're different eras. Floyd was, the best of his era. I'm the best of mine, which is a very diplomatic way to go about it. But listen, comparing the two is going to be an endless barbershop conversation that's going to go back and forth over literally the annals of time. I don't think we're ever going to be able to have a distinct argument where you're going to say, this is it. I actually want to do a video where I argue both sides with the same veracity and veracity, because it's that, because there is that much, there is that much about it, and you can, which is an awesome thing, because this is going to be the barbershop, like, yeah, well, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis, well, he knocked out Joe Louis, yeah, but he's 170. Like, we're gonna, that's the conversation
127 years old
in real time with guys that we've all seen, literally overlapping errors. So Those discussions will always be there. It's great fodder. It's great barbershop debate. In the debate, it's debate.
Yeah,
It's going to be subjective.
I agree.
I think objectively, I don't think there's a way to really separate.
Yeah, I agree, and I prefer, as I was thinking about it, like, wow, I can't believe I've watched the Floyd era, the Crawford era, the Usyk era. It's like I've gotten to see some really great fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the '90s when boxing was, everybody was going head to head. There wasn't a guy that stood out like Floyd, Crawford, and Usyk, where it was super dominant.
Robert Garcia praised Crawford's performance against Canelo Alvarez, stating that Crawford did exactly what he believed he was capable of. Garcia highlighted the power, skill, and composure that Crawford displayed in the ring, pointing out that the victory was a testament to his preparation and talent. By beating Canelo, Crawford proved that he could dominate even the biggest stars, something that strengthened his case as one of the all-time greats. Garcia's recognition further validates Crawford's place in the sport and shows that his achievements are respected by seasoned trainers and analysts alike.
That you gave Crawford a really good chance. Did you see on Saturday night exactly why you gave him that chance?
I think so. You know, he's very talented. He's a very disciplined fighter also. He's healthy. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, he hasn't fought or he didn't look too good against Madrimov at 154. How can he look good? He's a talented fighter. And that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, you know, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard. He did what he had to do. You know, like I always said, you know, I wasn't going to put money on it because it's also very dangerous, right? Canelo's a beast, strong. So I never really, you know, I wasn't going to put money on it, but I did give him a chance. He's got talent, man. He's got skills, and what he did was unbelievable, man. You know, we were, there was another show that we do with Boxing Scene, and we had it right before the fight, at 4 o'clock, before the main card started. And they asked me, what's your final prediction? I said, you know what? I'm going to say it, Crawford by decision. You know, because I talked to Bomac on Thursday night. They're in Vegas. And he seemed very positive, motivated. So that kind of gave me a little, you know what? My final prediction is Crawford by decision. And he pulled it off.
Teddy Atlas analyzed Crawford's victory with great detail, praising his calmness and ability to see things others cannot in the ring. He noted that Crawford's use of the jab was precise and effective, showing his tactical brilliance. Atlas also compared the context of Canelo's fights against Floyd and Crawford, reminding fans that when Mayweather fought Canelo, the Mexican star was much younger and less experienced. In contrast, when Crawford faced him, Canelo was more seasoned but still outclassed. Atlas pointed out the age factor too, as Floyd was 40 when he fought Canelo, while Crawford was nearly 38 when he beat him. This analysis highlights the depth of Crawford's accomplishment and why it stands out.
You know, but he's not digital. There's only a few guys that are digital. What do I mean by that? He's not Crawford. What do I mean by that? Where does it separate? Instincts, eyes, calmness, the mind wonders. I know the body wondered. I saw the combinations. Canelo's throwing one at a time, and Crawford's hitting him with 3, 4, 5 shots. He put them together. He's controlling the range. Yes, he had the reach advantage. Yes, he used it. He used the jab. He controlled the reach. But it's more than that. It's the mind at work. He's more advanced. He sees things. He's calm in an uncommon environment, calmer than most. So calm he'll see things others don't see. Just a millisecond, I was explaining this to Stephen A. the day before. Just a millisecond before someone else sees it, he sees it. And he's got the mental control, the confidence, the supreme confidence Customado talked about. He said he only saw 2 fighters with that. Teddy Atlas, I only saw 2 fighters with supreme confidence. Sugar Ray Robinson, greatest fighter of all time, and Muhammad Ali, where they don't believe you can beat him. That's Crawford. All of that together, mixed together, makes a perfect cocktail of supremeness, of greatness, of another level, of digital. And that's what he sees things, he reacts to, he sees a twitch.
Canelo Alvarez himself openly admitted that Crawford is the better fighter, and this comment carries significant weight because he has shared the ring with both Mayweather and Crawford. Canelo's acknowledgement of Crawford's skill and superiority adds legitimacy to the argument in Crawford's favor. Since Canelo's perspective comes from direct experience rather than speculation, his statement is regarded as one of the most reliable contributions to the debate. It reinforces the idea that Crawford's current form and achievements make him one of the best fighters in the world today.
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We already know, we knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything. You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go. And you need to accept it. That's it. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He know how to move and everything.
After Crawford's dominant win over Canelo, the comparisons to Mayweather reached a new level, with many acknowledging that it is nearly impossible to say who is better. Crawford's accomplishments of becoming undisputed in multiple weight classes and holding 4 belts across divisions set him apart, giving him a kind of record that Mayweather himself never achieved. While Floyd's undefeated record remains unmatched, Crawford's ability to rise through different divisions and unify them makes him unique in his own right. This puts Crawford on the same level as Mayweather in the eyes of many, if not even higher, in some respects, marking him as a historic fighter in boxing.
After last night's match between Crawford and Canelo, I am not gonna lie, that boy Crawford up there with Floyd. The way he went toe-to-toe with a heavy hitter like Canelo is actually crazy, bro. And this is probably one of Crawford's best fights. Like, he was super sharp. Like, dude was super sharp, super clean, and he stayed in that pocket. People talking about that Crawford was running. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't look like he was running at me. It looked like he was taking them hits on the chin. I mean, for God's sakes, bruh. He got stung in the head and took himself to the hospital. Like, dude, real life like that. And I know that, you know, Floyd, he real life, you know, he a good boxer. Floyd is actually one of my favorite boxers. But Crawford is now becoming one of my favorite boxers because he's very, like, skillful. The technicality of him and just the decisions he makes in that ring, bro, to get up on the scoreboard is crazy. And he's not like one of them fighters like how Shakur, he boxes for points. And that's cool. That's the way boxing's supposed to go, I guess. But Terrence, you can get that from him, but you can also get that aggressiveness when he in that pocket and he throwing a couple hooks and trying to take you out. But I will say, Canelo even said it. He said, bro, he thinks that Crawford is way better than Floyd. And they asked him, like, why would you, think that? He just said everything he does is different. I can't understand the style of boxing he has. And he was saying that he's good in everything when it comes to the ring. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, Canelo is not lying. Like, Crawford is like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. To stand toe-to-toe with Canelo, that actually is crazy because everybody knows he's a heavy hitter. Like, he's a knockout artist. But, yeah, he definitely deserves it, bro. That boy Crawford, 42-0. And I don't know why he's even thinking about retiring, but you got to pass up Floyd. I'm not going to lie, you need to get some more semis under your belt because if you pass up Floyd, that's when the rumblings are going to really be like, oh, yeah, he's the best. I don't think he's going to retire. I think that he still go, fight it out.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.